Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and the time has finally come to go racing under the lights at Hallowdega. We are here for the 4th annual NNSCRA Hallowdega special event. This is an online race here tonight at the Hallowdega Super Speedway. I'm alongside Joe Rutkowski for this event here tonight, and it's an online race. You've never done one of these things before. What are you expecting to see here tonight in this event?
Just craziness, you know. Not really much more to expect out of it other than that. Don't know what's going to happen. Unpredictability for sure.
Definitely. A lot of these names are names that you guys used to the Napa Fan channel might not be used to yourself, and the pole sitter is the 04 of Matt Stern. Got the fastest time in qualifying not too long ago. Alongside him, Jessica Shelton in the 02 machine. Oh boy, we're pushing up a little bit right there. Hopefully it hangs tight for us, but Cody Lamas is going to be starting in the 3rd position. The number 11 machine alongside him, that is Jimmy Powell III. Row number 3, the number 14 machine of Phil Parker, starting alongside the number 15 of Steve Rada. I was actually pronouncing his name incorrectly last time we did an online race here on Napa Fan. Apologies for that. But Steve Rada starting in the 6th position. Row number 4, that is, I believe, if I can remember, that's Alex Russell. I do know that's his scheme. He is in the number 39 machine. He's alongside Nick Gunther in the number 7. And then row number 5, the number 17 of Sonny Tallman, alongside the 99 of Levi McIntyre. 33 official starters in the race. That is a record for this special event. We have never had that many drivers start in this event. And the first time I've been doing it, definitely looking forward to it, and just hoping and praying that this computer holds up throughout the night. Got 94 laps here at Hallowdega. Going to take a long time, but it's going to be fun. Thank you to everybody who's watching here on Napa Fan here tonight. And this race is presented by Z's Custom Diecast, so go ahead and check them out in the description. Looks like Cody Lamas is going to head down the pit lane. Not entirely sure what the issue is there, but either way, ready to go. Happy Halloween, everybody. The 04 of Matt Stern alongside Jessica Shelton. We're green flag racing at Hallowdega.
Wow, the number 9 of Zach Buchanan pushed out line and almost got into the outside wall. Did a great job saving his car. He's going to drop back. But look at them.
Oh, and around hard in the outside. That is Lyndon Wright. He got him to Shane Lake in the 24. Cole Devers around as well. And I believe this will bring out a yellow flag. But let's see right here. He went up into Phil Parker. That's who it was. And then came back down. And it was Shane Lake who got spun off of Cole Dever. But amazingly, it was only 3 guys who got spun around off of all that. Now, Phil Parker might have a little bit of damage from that accident. I'm not entirely sure. But what's your thoughts on that one? What do you think happened to the 66 there?
Yeah, I think he just kind of washed up a little bit. Maybe thought he had more room to the outside, but he really didn't. And came up and came back down from the field. Luckily, though, that wasn't about a 10-car pileup. Only about 3-4 cars got damage and all that.
We can't, you know, hide all that communication, guys. This is what you're going to hear tonight. Lap 13 to 94, back to racing at Hallowdega. Steve Rada in the 15. We'll lead him back to the line. Rada with a good jump. Ooh, a little interesting right there. Ooh, and I think that's Seth Cole in the 55, who just got spun on the pit lane, and he didn't get in his pit stall correctly. He's got to spin that thing back around. But it doesn't look like it'd be enough to bring out the caution. But Patrick Schaefer, I think, Cody Lamas, yeah, got him. Wow, yep, that's definitely warranted of a caution. And the 33 spins into the pit lane, and that just destroyed the car. But I think he's still out there.
Yeah.
And Cody Lamas got some damage from that as well. And Andrew Miller had to go to the pit lane to avoid it, so that's why we saw him fall back. Gonna restart lap 18, and does appear that the number 11 of Jimmy Powell III stayed out. Sean Fay to the outside of him, and a huge bump right there by Charles. Actually, sorry, that's Preston Plurd, excuse me. That's the 96. 95 is Charles Jackson. Called the wrong number. Good old Marty Reed, everybody. Back to racing at Talladega.
That was timed perfectly for the 25 and the 11 drivers here today. Malin was sideways on the restart, getting to the middle lane. Now they're pushing each other on the outside, going to the lead.
Oh boy, look at all these guys, and they're not falling back anymore. And around, there goes Kyle Keith, and that's gonna be a big one.
Big one. Oh!
Hard in the fence goes the 25, and that's going to end the day for a lot of guys on lap 19. It was about to happen, and it just did right here on lap 19 at Talladega. Sean Fay is done. Carson Gum is done. Carter Friesen, I think he's done. Kyle Keith in the 42. I got a rock. The 17 of Tallman in the 5th, or in the 17, I should say. My goodness. He's all torn up. I think he might be good.
I think it would be easier to name the cars not involved.
Quite a few involved. There's the 05, Jonathan Fitzwater, heavy damage. Cole Deaver in the 4, heavy damage for him. That's somebody else. That's Sean Fay. Race back to the line was won by Tyler Mallon in the 08. What a surprise. Get a better view of this one. And it was the 9 of Zach Buchanan who just tapped him, and he got back in the Phil Parker and Sean Fay.
Yeah. Yep.
And in Sean Fay, this is where it really gets big. He almost went airborne. Comes back up. Kyle Keefe also comes back up. Cody Lamas hard in the outside. Levi McIntyre, Jonathan Fitzwater back in there. Michael Norman. There's Sony Tallman. And the 33 of Patrick Schaefer got into him. Carter Friesen and Andrew Miller got caught up in that one. That's the 19 of Carson Gum getting spun around. Lyndon Wright in the 66. And Shane Lake in the 24. I think he might have avoided that one, actually. Damage gets really weird in these online races, let me tell you that.
Some drivers were far enough back that they were just able to stop on the banking and get through. But I think Tristan Allen did a great job on the apron actually getting by. He was right behind the crash. I think he took to the grass and got around it.
Oh yeah, he did. He won last night in the American Stock Car Racing League of Michigan, holding off Roger Ray, who happened to be right behind him when this whole thing was going on. And look at this. Oh yeah, that deserves a lot of credit out of Tristan Allen. Watch out for him as this race goes along, and we're not going to have that many guys on the racetrack now because it's going to knock out a few guys, and might want to get some interviews going on here as this goes along. The 48 of Cody Lamas and the 33 of Patrick Schaefer. Only 4 guys after all that getting knocked out, but I think a lot of guys in the back with major damage. So we'll have to see who all is able to continue as we restart on lap 23 of 94 here at Talladega. Tyler Mallon out front with the jump on the outside. Steve Rada has no help behind him. Citadino did not go with them, and Rada's actually going to try to take the lead from him. I'm hoping that these guys can keep it clean for a majority of the rest of the event, but oh, never mind. There goes Rada around. Alexander Russell, Citadino, Powell in the 11, and they're all jamming it up. Backhand, Tristan Allen, hard impact for him. Buchanan, Gunther, Levi McIntyre. 4th caution of the race, pole sitter.
Oh.
Matt Stern with heavy damage. Andrew Miller again.
72 in the grass.
Citadino, I think he's done. Use that. Ah, that's Sony Tallman in the 5th or 17.
Well, we don't have many left.
We don't. But Steve Rada, oh man, look at that. David Alvarez, he was hanging in the back for that very reason, to avoid an accident, and he got caught up. Alexander Russell, that's a tough break for him. He was running up front when that occurred. And Tristan Allen, we saw what he did to avoid the caution before that. Didn't work out too well for him there. I think he is driving a Toyota. Actually, no, that's what happened. Alexander Russell, he got spun off of Jimmy Powell, and then Rada went around. I can never remember what happens in these accidents, and all these guys. Shane Lake around. Apparently some guys are not happy with him. Ooh, boy. I like the way these cars kind of fly in the air. Oh, Nick Gunther in the outside wall hard. There's Tallman. I think Jonathan Fitzwater got involved in this one. There's the 04 getting spun. I think that's the 95 of Charles. Now, that's Preston Plord who's around there. And then Tristan Allen, Matt Stern. Allen got hit again, and Zach Buchanan spun into this one. Levi McIntyre as well in the 99. Who's that? That's Cole Baker and Nick Gunther, who initially got involved. Seth Cole's back in here. Look at that last lap he had there. 50 seconds even. How about that?
One driver we talked about the last crash, Roger Ray, he made through this one again. Forward just barely, just like last time. Got slowed down, slammed on the brakes, and got around the outside. He was just right behind Tristan Allen, like last time, but this time Allen was involved.
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
Now we're coming back
Talk about an unfortunate event there for the 08. Oh, my goodness. That was not necessarily supposed to happen, but it just took out what could have been the winner of this race. Now we got a totally different scenario coming into this thing. Back to racing. Good old ESPN, guys. Roger Ray the leader. Jonathan Fitzwater, I think, actually might have been the leader on the restart. We're not entirely sure, but now Roger Ray to the inside. Jonathan Fitzwater for the lead. And so that wouldn't be going off. I'm sorry, guys. I've done so many online or offline races that I'm thinking that light's yellow and it's not. Oh, boy. And again, Shane Lake. And realistically, we could go without a yellow, but they're not going to do that.
Yeah, we got a ton of cars.
There might be some guys that get knocked out from this, and not because of damage either. Shelley around. Steve Rada. Oh, and around goes Tallman. And Preston Plord. They tried to jam it, I think.
Man.
It might have been Cole Baker who got into. Oh yeah, wow. Cole Baker lost it off the corner and got into Shane Lake, and then Shelley tried to avoid and got into Nick Gunther. And that wall is unsafe. That should not be there the way it kinks out like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting race though. Definitely, we're trying to see what we can do here, especially for my league as well, Robin Racing Motorsports. We have racing on the weekends. We have 5 series on tap, so we got some of our drivers here trying to see what they can do as we come into the green flag here. Hopefully we can see what the last 3 left will be doing, and hopefully we can put on a good show here. And good luck to everyone else too that's left. I mean, hopefully we can still have a really great finish coming to the last part of this race. So far so good. And, hope the rest gets better.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Sean Fay knocked out of the race. He was driving the number 25 here tonight. So Roger Ray, hold on again.
Oh,
boy, you know this is just getting to a point where they're gonna have to tell these drivers to chill, because this is ridiculous, and it's the same guys consistently. I think this is like the 5th time I've seen, and it might not be. It's not even really his fault. This might be like the 5th time Sonny Tallman's been involved in something in this thing. There's the number 4 of Cole Deaver. He got caught up in that one. There's the 14 machine, and I'm wondering if Tristan's going to be done. Yeah, he's done. He's had it. Roger, this is good for Roger Ray. He's getting a lot of laps led. He doesn't have to do much.
If they just keep wrecking, just keep winning these 1 laps.
But either way, we're going to go ahead and have another restart here. And,
well, that was 4 wide on that deal.
Yeah, so. That I will say, that's too aggressive. At this point in the race, and we've already had our 6th caution. That is just too much. You can't be doing that at this point of the event, and they did it.
Hey, we got Tyler Mallon. Sucks
Okay,
for
and
him, man.
boy, you probably have a very interesting story. That
Oh, yeah.
that was not expected to happen, but yeah, that's definitely not the way you wanted your day to end. And we got some interesting stuff going down there. Zach Buchanan's coming down. A lot of guys in the back coming down, but Roger Ray stays out. But either way, that shouldn't have happened, but it did. And Rob
It
Evans
did.
just popped right into you.
There was nothing either of us could do there. I don't blame Rob at all. I was really enjoying that race. I was having a great race back to the line with James Shelley on that last caution that I was alive for, and we oh man, that's so painful. I really want to thank Interstate Batteries for letting me run that scheme, and I want to thank Seth Cole for hosting this, and Jessica Shelton, and you guys for doing the commentary. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Well, I'll get them next time, I guess. Next Hallowdega, which is in a year, so.
Yep.
Yay.
We're rooting for you, man.
we were looking forward to you having a chance of winning this thing, and I knew after Armory Digital that you were going to be one of the threats, but that's just, I mean, considering what's happened to everybody else, for that to happen to you, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, you avoid all the wrecks, and then something stupid happens to you. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
Hey, I think you got the best looking car, so.
No, thank you.
Yeah, we both agree on that one. We love that thing. It looks really good on the Camaro. We'll say that.
Thank
we'll
you.
Say, Zach Rogers mentioned that they did a Daytona 500 special event 2016. It had 33 cautions in 200 laps. Let's hope that does not happen
Oh, no.
tonight. I gotta go to bed eventually.
I'll stay
I'm on the Eastern time zone, guys. It's 9:39 over here. But either way, I think we were gonna restart, but I think they called it off. Just a message to everybody. Let's keep it chill out there. Let's not have another accident for a while. We could go the entire race without another caution. I don't know. I will do something very good for everybody. I don't know what it'll be yet. I can't think that fast, but we'll figure it out. Here we go. Roger Ray back to the line, lap 38 of 94 at Talladega.
Push on the outside.
And Jonathan Fitzwater, who was involved in one of those accidents earlier on, and around again. However, it's a single car spin, and I don't think they're too happy with him. Jimmy Powell in the 11. I don't think that's going to warrant a caution. I don't think. It's a single car spin, so they should remain green. Roger Ray is back out front. They're all over the place here, but it is a smaller pack now. The more they spread out, the more likely it is, and a huge block there, but it did not work, and Roger Ray with a full head of steam on the outside of Seth Cole for the lead.
Caution is out.
And they threw it out for the 11. Is 5th, Phil Parker. I think Cole Deaver's a lap down. Oh, that's unique right there.
Oh. Who was that?
He got into Phil 14? Parker. Not sure what the deal is with those guys, but they're not too happy with each other. Matt Stern, David Alvarez side by side. Coming to the restart, lap 42 is when they'll be back to green flag racing, and hopefully they can keep it that way. I don't know if they will or not, so let's see. A huge jump by Stern.
Yeah, get them spread out.
Yeah, I saw what happened with the 9 getting into the 42 and down into the 25, and I almost made it through.
Single car spin.
I almost made it through, but then the 42 came back up and clipped me, and I knew the day was done because I tried to see if I had any engine damage, and sure enough I did. And then once that caution happened afterwards, I knew. It's like I'm cursed at this place.
Oh, and there we go again.
Start, and it just hasn't been out.
Seth Cole upside down as Michael Norman got hit, and Preston Plord in the 96.
They're wrecking again on the backstretch.
And they're wrecking again. More contact. Cole Baker and Nick Gunther.
You're not the only one in the garage, I can tell you that.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of friends here soon, Levi, but number 9, Zach Buchanan's now taking the lead. Roger Ray is second. And the yellow Preston Plore just lost. He came back up on Michael Norman and Seth Cole. And then Lyndon Wright kind of had nowhere to go right there, as you can see. And Seth Cole flipping through the air. And then... Yep, Nick Gunther and Cole Baker. And that one might knock Gunther out because that looked a little blatant. I'm not going to call any shots and say that he did do that on purpose, but there's a good chance he did. Well, here we go. Roger Ray, the leader. Matt Stern, the pole sitter, on his outside. The only time we've seen a guy choose the outside lane was Tyler Mallon when he was leading earlier on in one of the restarts. I've lost count on these restarts.
All right, not a problem. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Somebody. Oh, in a wall!
Oh!
Rada! Hard in the outside with Jonathan Fitzwater and David Alvarez, and I think he might have gotten a clip through the corner. That might have been bumping through the corner. That does not work here. That might end Rada's day, or Rada's day, excuse me.
Oh, Deaver involved. He was slow in the backstretch. Man.
And he tried to come down on Rob Evans, I think.
I think Evans tried to come up and he tried to cut. That's just.
See, Deaver was already there. Oh yeah, Rada tried to get into Rob Evans, and it didn't work. And hard in the outside. Right with Jonathan Fitzwater. Who Andrew Miller avoided that one pretty well. David Alvarez had nowhere to go, unfortunately, in the 68.
Yeah, the first thing I saw in that crash was the 15 shot up to the outside wall at such a horrible angle.
Thankfully, they're not actually in the cars. We always like to treat it as is a video game here on Appafan, so don't worry. Given the fact that Rada didn't throw his wheel across the room, he's fine. Oh, I think was that our 9th caution? Have you been keeping track of this, Joe?
We're almost double digits, I think.
Yeah, like 9th caution of the race. I don't know, but we're back to racing on lap 56 of 94, and we're starting to close in on the end of this thing. And unfortunately, they're going to get more aggressive because of it.
Yeah, we're getting started back there. They're all moving down to the bottom.
Andrew Miller doing all he can, I
Got
know.
another car
Oh, Michael Norman. Somebody in the inside hard. Preston Plord.
Oh, spin back up. No yellow.
I don't know if that'll bring out a
thing.
yellow or not.
Start
It
finish
might
line,
not.
11 took it.
It was...
No yellow.
No yellow. Single car spin does not warrant a yellow. Well, it's still the longest green flag run of the night either way.
Oh, look at the 7.
Oh, brother! You're right, I did! Cole Baker around, Gunther in the outside. And Alexander Russell again with damage, and that's going to end Baker's day. That's a hard hit to the inside wall.
Oh. Nick Gunther might be done. Another driver who did an amazing job. Lyndon Wright was completely sideways on the apron and saved the car. Oh my, drifting is, oh, man.
Oh, yeah. And you see Gunther, he ended up moving up on Cole Baker. And you see Baker go around. There's Shane Lake. I think he avoids this one. Look at that. Oh, yeah. He saved it. And then you said Lyndon Wright.
Oh.
Lyndon Wright did the same exact thing. Some drifting out of those guys.
Another driver that almost had missed. Matthew Rodriguez stand on the brakes.
Matthew Rodriguez almost getting involved in the number 57. He almost hit Nick Gunther. And then you see the 18.
He might have actually. That's close.
Here we go. It's actually Shane Lake, I think. Yeah, he took the restart zone, so Shane Lake is the leader. As they restart on lap 71, now 72. 23 laps to go here at Talladega. And Jimmy Powell to the outside. That is the big question right there. Here comes Nick Gunther. Cole Baker still on the lead lap. Oh, boy, in the wall. Somebody. That was Alexander Russell and Matt Stern, the pole sitter, involved. Roger Ray spun. I think he'll save it.
No contact.
He will save it at the line. Alexander Russell, I think, was trying to move out of the way. Yeah, he kind of moved up, and I don't think it was intentional in any way. He just lost it, and Alexander Russell had nothing he could do there, and Matt Stern.
And then the A4 got spun by the 57 as the A4 was checking up.
Yeah, but thankfully for Roger Ray, just got spun, and he'll still have a shot at this victory, but It pretty much makes everybody involved in an accident here tonight.
So Friesen's come down. The 67 has come down the pit lane.
So Carter Friesen. About Michael Norman, did he come down?
No, he stayed out for now.
Michael Norman might.
7 to go.
Alexander Russell, I should say, is going to be 13th. Carter Friesen's still on the lead lap as well after all this somehow. And the number 67. But here we go. You ready for this, Joe?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm going to give him another heart attack here. We're back to racing. 6 laps to go at Talladega for Michael Norman in the number 3.
I'm watching that 9. The outside lane, that 9's been strong. He's been stout. He has the 71 behind who's not afraid to push. I think this could be Zach Buchanan's race.
Oh, boy! Oh, my! And around goes Rodriguez! Will they call the yellow? I don't think they will.
It should stay green.
It should stay green. White flag for Zach Buchanan at Talladega.
Shelley there. Where's he go?
James Shelley does not have as much help as he did earlier on. Will he find a way around Zach Buchanan? Here comes
Side drafting back there.
Jimmy Powell with help from Cole Baker. They're going to get a run on the top 2. No, they don't help each other.
Now
Shelley,
in
in a wall.
into the
Cole
outside
Baker.
wall.
He got shuffled out of line.
Here comes Rob Evans.
Will it be just like last year?
Roger Ray.
Powell in 3rd.
Shelley.
Rob
Oh,
Evans
no.
to the inside. Jimmy Powell's going to help the 71 of James Shelley. And that might
Here
do
they
it.
are.
Buchanan's going to try to block.
Look at the 11.
The 11 will decide the winner, or will he be the winner? He tried to get to the inside of Shelley. Side by side at the line. The winner is James Shelley in the 4th annual NNSCRA Hallowdega special event. A last lap pass at Talladega.
A bump and run at Talladega. At the start-finish line. There he goes.
He's got it.
That was a great move they made in turn 3. He didn't have help. But
He didn't,
made
but
it.
Jimmy Powell was the guy who decided it. He had the choice of who won that race. He tried to go 3 wide to the inside, couldn't do it.
We tried to do a Jimmy Johnson.
There's James Shelley burning it down here at Talladega here tonight. What a just massive fun event we've had. And at the end, it's Shelley. He's got the restart zone named after him. You know, why not?